Medtronic Capnography 20P bedside monitor is easy to set up and use. To ensure patient safety, the portable bedside device continuously monitors end-tidal carbon dioxide, also known as EtCO2, respiratory rate, oxygen saturation, also known as SpO2, pulse rate, and fractional inspired carbon dioxide. The device also provides an integrated pulmonary index, or IPI, a numerical value that combines EtCO2, respiratory rate, SpO2, and pulse rate for a simple indication of the patient's ventilatory status. Today we will be reviewing the Buttonology. First, ensure the device is plugged in.
When it's plugged in, we'll see the charge indicator light, even when it's off. Ideally, the device should stay plugged in at all times, even when not in use, so the battery stays charged. The duration of the backup power usage based on battery capacity is up to 2.5 hours. The power button is here. Simply turn it on and you're ready to go. There's no need for calibration.
Let's look at how to attach the appropriate filter line sampling line to the patient.
The sampling line has a built-in hydrophobic filter and quick seal connector, and it samples exhaled CO2 from both the nose and mouth. On the side of the monitor, you'll see a CO2 input. Slide the gray trapdoor down and twist the quick seal connector a quarter of a turn. Once the sampling line is attached to the monitor, the pump will automatically engage.
Once powered up, the monitor will always ask a question. Should the monitor be prepared for a new patient by clearing the memory?
If it's the same patient, then hit No. This will save the patient history. If it's a new patient, select Yes, which will erase any memory so you can start over.
Selecting Yes erases the memory up to 72 hours worth and resets the patient alarm limits per the institutional default set by your facility. Selecting No keeps up to the last 72 hours of memory for that particular patient. As a basic check, always make sure the device is plugged in, the date and time are accurate, and the appropriate patient type is selected.
To select patient type, scroll to the tab and highlight it, push the button, and select the correct patient.
The volume setting can be adjusted. Use the control knob to scroll to the speaker icon. Click the control knob once to select the alarm volume control. Turn the control knob to raise or lower the volume. Click the knob twice to set the new volume level. Use the control knob to select the speaker icon and click twice to select the pulse tone volume setting. The monitor is plug and play, so you'll be up and running in no time.
To set your baseline, have the patient breathe normally for 1 minute without talking.
The monitor displays the end-tidal CO2 waveform. Every time the patient exhales, it creates a waveform. You'll see real-time displays of EtCO2, respiratory rate, heart rate, SpO2, and IPI measurements. When the monitor is straight out of the box, the institutional defaults, alarm parameters, and protocols will need to be set by your facility. Now let's go over the buttons at the bottom of the device.
The monitor power button, AC power indicator. This light will be amber when the device is plugged in to indicate the batteries are charging. Monitor power on indicator. A green light means the monitor is on. The event button is used to mark a specific patient occurrence in the monitor's history. The patient admit discharge button. This button allows you to associate a patient's specific ID information with their data. Now the last two buttons on the right are very important to understand. They will become your best friends. They help minimize nuisance alarms. It's important to note that the standby mode will need to be enabled in the institutional default settings. Pump off button. A single press on this button pauses the CO2 pump for a preset amount of time. This allows you to disable the end-tidal CO2 so the sample line can be removed without creating an alarm. A single press turns it back on. Temporary alarm silence button. Pressing this alarm silence button will suppress any audible alarms for 2 minutes. To end the alarm silence, press the button again. For CO2 standby mode, remove the sampling line from the monitor. Then press the alarm silence button for 2 seconds or longer. A standby message will now appear on the monitor. If the standby mode has not been enabled in institutional default settings, the monitor will automatically go into standby mode when a sampling line or SpO2 sensor is detached.
SpO2 can also be placed in standby mode in a similar manner. Disconnect the SpO2 sensor from the cable, then press the alarm silence button for 2 seconds or longer. A standby message will now appear. To see how your patient is doing over time, there are 2 trend options, a graphic trend or a tabular trend. To get to the trends, press the control knob.
You can zoom from a 2, 4, or 12-hour display. To scroll through the trend, highlight the scroll tab and press the control knob. For a tabular trend, highlight the tabular tab and press the knob. Press home to return to the main screen. If you want to see the alarm count, scroll to the alarm tab and push the knob. It will highlight the alarms and what measurements they're associated with for the past hour. Don't forget to press home to save the settings. Please refer to your hospital's policy for any alarm setting changes.
In between patients, dispose of the sampling line and disinfect the monitor per the operator's manual.
The Capnography 20P monitor does not require calibration in between patients, only once every 4,000 hours of operation or annually, whichever comes first. This concludes our Buttonology video. For more information, please visit our online website.